I like Adam Page. I think he like show another side of him on this feud. Like I seen him, I'm very, very pissy. I was like, oh, I like this Adam Page.
Thunder Rosa. Every time that distinctive theme song blares across the loudspeakers, the crowd goes absolutely wild. Well, she goes into one of the toughest challenges of her career against Serena Deeb at AEW Double or Nothing. It takes place this weekend, and yes, indeed, the world will be watching, including fans in India who can watch all of the action on Eurosport and the Discovery Plus app. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was telling John, our PR guy, that I'm like looking hot because I just trained. I got a new pair of boots for this Sunday, so I want to make sure that I'm ready to go to kick Serena Deeb's ass.
Amazing. But with we have seen this rivalry pan out over like such a long period of time, right? What makes this upcoming clash so special, in your opinion?
I think this is not gonna be a time for me to um, really show who I am. She is one of the few people here in the company that has gotten two wins over me. At the time that the first time that she won, she took the championship that was mine. That was like October of 2020, and then I had a rematch and I couldn't, finish business. And this time I am a completely different person. I am more uh, a complete wrestler, and it's when you have those professors that always challenge you, right? When I was in college, and like I really didn't like my chemistry professor, but it was like when she gave me a test, like that's what I show up. Like everything she taught me, that I learned it and I was better at it, right? So I feel like with this one, because she's been in the business for so long and she is like she calls herself a professor of professional wrestling. I want to show her that I am myself becoming a professor of professional wrestling in my own way.
And she may well be a professor, but the words she said recently on Dynamite, I mean, a lot, the whole world is talking about it, where she spoke about, going bald and, the fact that she had to undergo breast implants and all of that. So do you think all of those things made her a tougher person, the challenger you see in front of you?
That's an excellent question. Um, I got my own opinions about the choices that people make to be accepted in different places at different times of their lives. I personally would have taken the same route if I believed that was what's going to help me to get where I want to be. But I did something else. And you know what? When you are yourself in a business like this, it's way harder to be accepted because you have to conform, right? Everybody knows, like me as Thunder Rosa, I do whatever I want, and I have done my career the way that I wanted to do it. And I said things are gonna happen for me because of me, not because I got X, Y, and Z or did cosmetic changes. Um, and and she was at a time in where things were different, but now I feel like I made a choice from the moment I decided to be a professional wrestler, and I said, yeah, it could make me tougher, but I made a choice, and I made the choice to be myself.
But also speaking of the choices you make, I mean, there was a headline that emerged recently that you almost became a referee for the other company. Is that true? And are you glad that it didn't happen?
I mean, it is true. When you are again in need of a job, when you're tired of hustling, when you're tired, when you feel defeated, sometimes we call it trying to sell your soul to the devil, right? And just get a job, right? Because I was gonna do a 9 to 5, and I didn't want to do that. But yeah, that is true. But God works in mysterious ways, and it didn't happen for me. So again, it's like we make choices, right? And I made that choice because I had that, and the offer was there. But then I have other choices, and I was like, let me take the harder route, and I know I'm gonna make it no matter what, because it's in my destiny, right? So that's what happened, and we're here talking now.
Absolutely. And you are the world champion. You are, I mean, at the top of the food chain. There is one more champion in AEW who is dominating the roster just like you are. Her name is Jade Cargill. Could we see a champion versus champion match at some point? Would you like that?
Man, you're asking me like the best questions. Yeah, like I love challenges, and I know as the week progresses, she's becoming a better opponent. She's becoming a better athlete in the ring. So I know from where I last faced her, which was in December. And if this was happening in the future, I think this will be a really, really, really good match.
Fantastic. Speaking of all the women that you've had great matches with, Dr. Britt Baker comes to mind. Another headline doing the rounds recently was you comparing Dr. Britt Baker versus you to Stone Cold and The Rock. I mean, everybody's talking about that. Do you think this rivalry will last as long and create as much impact as that legendary rivalry?
And you know what the funny thing is, I said that like 9 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but to be honest, I think everything can be possible. It all depends on what the stories are gonna take us, and if we're gonna meet back in the middle again. I think that's definitely something that could be done again if we take our time and we continue to tell good stories.
Fantastic. Now, Dr. Britt Baker was the Sportskeeda Wrestling, the outlet I represent. She was voted by fans as the female wrestler of the year. Obviously, she is your. I mean, if you are Batman, she's the Joker for you. What do you think makes her such a perfect opponent for you?
She's the total opposite of me. That's what it is. Like, I was like I am completely different. I am like I'm like they call it a fighting baby face. And I'm always fighting from within because there's so many obstacles against me. And she's been here for day one, right? So the story was I came as an outsider. She saw an opportunity to beat she bullied me for months until we had the lifetime match, and I got the upper hand. And then we stop a little, and then we continue little by little. She continued to like try to make put me more obstacles on my way to get where I wanted to get, and that was like the championship, getting the championship that she had, and she used everything and anybody to make sure that didn't happen. But it fortunately happened on March 16th.
Yeah, that steel cage match was absolutely something else. So let's do something fun. Let's go into a rapid fire kind of round. I will throw out a word at you and maybe you tell me the first wrestler who comes to mind when I say that. Could we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, the word is inspiration. Who's the first wrestler that comes to mind?
Oh my God. I'm so terrible. Beth Phoenix is very inspiring.
Awesome. Great answer. Strongest wrestler in the world?
Mark Henry.
Amazing. Most athletic wrestler on the roster right now?
Oh my God. Dante.
Amazing. One name from outside AEW you think deserves to be in the company?
Man, there's so many. I'm just gonna skip that one because there's so many.
All right. Best talker on the roster right now?
MJF.
And a wrestler from another generation that you wish you had faced?
Medusa.
Fantastic. And if there is another champion in another company that you'd want to take on, who would that champion be?
From another company?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. I'm gonna skip that one. I have like a list of people.
All right. But you can name more than one, I guess, if you want. No?
I'll just give you guys wondering.
Fantastic. Perfect. All right. So coming back to Double or Nothing. So we spoke about Serena Deeb. There's also an old stablemate of hers from the Straight Edge Society, CM Punk, who has another big match, who could become the world champion as well. So I mean, do you have a prediction for that kind of that match?
For Adam Page
Yeah,
and
CM Punk. Yeah.
it's tight, man. Yeah, it's tight. It could either go either way. I mean, I like Adam Page. I think he like show another side of him on this feud. Like I seen him, I'm very very pissy. I was like, oh, I like this Adam Page.
Is he a lot like you in that sense? Like you spoke about how you are the baby face, always, fighting from underneath and with that spirit. And does he remind you of yourself in some ways?
In a way, yes, he's a very very kind guy. Like very like centered and I had an opportunity to have conversations with him. So yeah, in a lot of things, yes, he does.
Oh, fantastic. So this is a question from our senior editor at Sportskeeda, legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter. He wants to know, I mean, right now you are not in face paint, but what is the significance of your face paint and what did you do to make it look different from everyone else?
The significance of my face paint is a part of my culture. We celebrate the Day of the Dead on November 2nd, and we paint our faces to celebrate the death, right? And we remember them, and it's kind of like a big party. Um, what we do to make it different is we always come with different designs depending on my mood and my year. And my makeup artist Janet, she's the one who's been doing my face paint. On this one, on Dawn, I wanted to point it out. I said it before. In Mexico, there's been a lot of women that have been disappearing. Women that try to go and get a job and they never come back. We all know one thing: they're all dead, right? So I will be coming out representing them. They're the lost souls of all these women that had dreams and goals, and now they're no longer going to be able to achieve them. And another time, and another thing, this Sunday too, I will be remembering those beautiful souls, the 19 kids that just passed away, that were murdered at school in Uvalde, Texas, and I actually want to auction the gear that I'm wearing to help families with funeral services and for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, lots of tragedy all around. So a great gesture from you. Um, and I mean, going from there, I mean, back to professional wrestling, Sting and Darby Allin, they have such distinctive face paints as well. I mean, what do you think of the pairing? And would you be open to someone like that? I mean, Thunder Rosa and somebody else in face paint, like.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen how Sting has brought so much more to Darby Allin, and like it's just like what the Sting personally, because he's such an amazing person overall, and like and he's crazy. So the people are crazy and crazy is it's a bomb. But for me, I would love to like if I had the opportunity to chat with somebody that is like fiery, very similar to me, like we can bring something cool like that. Why not?
Yeah, or like maybe Beth Phoenix and you someday down the line, that kind of a dream partnership. That would be awesome. And finally, I mean, Owen Hart, we are honoring him. It's been 23 years since he passed. Were you a fan growing up? Did he influence your style in any way?
No, actually, I did not watch wrestling when I was younger.
Okay.
So I learned all the stuff and all the historical stuff. I'm learning as I'm going. So like I was watching some videos on how he passed away and how tragically it was, and I was just thinking how difficult it was for the commentators. JR was there, commentating the whole entire time and explaining like pretty much play by play what was happening. And I don't know, man. There's so much, that there's to learn about all the people that were before me, and the greatest, right? And for them to have done a tournament like this is actually really cool.
Fantastic. So any message for your fans in India? And I mean, why should they watch the pay-per-view?
I Guys, this is a great opportunity to watch awesome matches and to see some, history because I think some of these matches are gonna be pretty darn good, and you guys are not expecting what's gonna happen. So I can't wait to continue to interact with you guys on all my social platforms, and we hope that in the near future we can go to India and perform live over there. That'll be awesome.
How exciting is it to have a wrestler from India who's like 7 foot? I don't know what he
Oh,
is.
I love him. I love that guy. It's like I feel so short every time I see him, and the fact that he was in the NBA, he has like really cool stories, and he's very open, very young, and I do a taco vlog that I eat a lot of tacos. He's never eaten a real taco, so I can't wait to have him in my taco vlog and learn more about him and like the story and everything. And like his documentary is amazing. He's just really really cool, and he's such a cool dude.
We do have Taco Bell everywhere in India. I mean, every 5 minutes. So that is surprising.
It's
But
not the same. It's not the same.
Okay. Yeah, I love to come to Mexico and try sometime. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you. Best of luck for your upcoming match, and I hope to see you again on our platform at some point in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Break it.